On June 13, 2025, Israel executed Operation Rising Lion, a sweeping air missile campaign targeting over 100 military and nuclear sites across Iran. This unprecedented strike aimed at facilities like Natanz and Fordo, culminating in the deaths of several senior IRGC commanders and nuclear scientists. In rapid response, Iran launched more than 150 ballistic missiles and upwards of 100 drones targeting Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and key military installations in Israel. The U.S. administration made clear it had no operational role in the Israeli strikes. Secretary of State Marco Rubio stated, "Tonight, Israel took unilateral action against Iran. We are not involved in strikes. Protecting American forces is our top priority. Yet, senior U.S. officials confirmed that American missile defense assets like Patriot and THAAD batteries and naval assets actively shot down Iranian missiles targeting Israel." At the UN Security Council, top U.S. diplomats urged Iran to revisit diplomatic talks, suggesting it would be wise to return to negotiations. Former President Trump, now again in office, offered a full-throated endorsement. In a Reuters interview, he said, "We knew everything. I tried to save Iran humiliation and death. They can still work out a deal." He praised the strikes to ABC News as excellent and warned ominously, "They got hit about as hard as you're going to get hit, and there's more to come." On Truth Social, he issued a stern ultimatum. Iran must make a deal before there is nothing left. Just do it before it is too late. Yet to Axios, he maintained that this conflict might catalyze a diplomatic agreement. The attack could help bring Iran closer to a deal. They're on day 61 of a 60-day deadline. Prime Minister Netanyahu called Operation Rising Lion a defensive necessity. He declared it was meant to roll back the Iranian threat to Israel's very survival and pledged that it would be sustained for as many days as it takes. Following Iran's missile volley, Defense Minister Israel Katz declared, "Tehran will burn if strikes continue." Footage of Netanyahu addressing the Israeli public emphasized resolve, targeted escalation, and ambitions of broader regime impact in Tehran, potentially including energy infrastructure strikes. Despite ultra-high interception rates, Iran's missile and drone barrage inflicted significant damage. Casualties: at least 3 Israelis killed, dozens wounded, including 8 moderately and over 30 lightly injured, reports suggest Al Jazeera. Calm plus 115, plus an estimated 22 more lightly hurt. Infrastructure: residential buildings in Ramat Gan, Tel Aviv, and near Jerusalem heavily damaged. Dozens of shrapnel and blast injury reports. Military readiness: Israel elevated alert protocols and sustained air defense posture, deemed necessary amid ongoing retaliation threats. Here's where this volatile conflict might be heading. Israel's campaign continues. Strikes are expected to broaden, targeting strategic nuclear and energy infrastructure deep within Iran. Iran's escalation threat: Iranian leaders warn of repeated missile drone launches, warning U.S. bases might be next. U.S. posture: American ships and air defense units are being repositioned nearby. Though helping intercept Iranian missiles, Washington insists on non-participation in attacks. Diplomatic deadlock versus opportunity: U.S.-Iran talks scheduled in Oman this Sunday hang in the balance. Trump and U.S. aim for diplomacy. Iran calls the process meaningless. Regional and economic ripples: UN and EU leaders are calling for restraint amid fears of a broader war. Oil prices have surged. Flights have rerouted. The global community is bracing. This conflict marks a historic turning point, transforming the Iran-Israel dynamic into overt state-to-state military confrontation. The next several days will test the limits of military escalation, diplomatic resilience, and regional stability. If this deep dive into the unfolding Iran-Israel conflict gave you a clearer picture of what's really happening, make sure to support the mission of truth and awareness. Like, share, and subscribe to Decoding History and Science, where facts meet fearless storytelling. Drop your thoughts in the comments. The conversation starts here.